I'm grateful to Dr. John Ward and the organizers for having invited me to this very prestigious meeting. I bring greetings from ILBS, New Delhi, India. Hepatitis B seroprevalence for India has been reported by three research groups. The research groups have covered from 65 to 2013, 2013 to 2017, and 60 to 2016, and have included general population, blood donors, healthcare workers, pregnant women. The prevalence in India has been reported by these three groups ranges from 1.46 to 2.5. A recent publication in September 2021 by the Government of India, which is based on the National Program for Surveillance of Viral Hepatitis, shows the data that in India, for hepatitis B, seroprevalence is around 1%. These are different groups which show the different regions of the country. This is southern India, and this shows that there could be as high as 2.4%. Earlier, these were our main pockets. Also, when you look at men have more Hep B, a special category which we call as scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, they have higher prevalence, and those who belong to lower socioeconomic strata have more hepatitis B. However, very recent studies in last 2 years, and these are large sample size studies, have very variable hepatitis B prevalence, which starts from 1.1 to as high as 10.6% of prevalence. Therefore, I am forced to say we still do not know what is the precise prevalence, but it could be pretty close to about 2% or so. And the reasons are reporting is variable, and some of these studies are non-representative. There is paucity of data on age-specific, sex-specific infants and young children, healthy donor effect, and mostly subnational level, some targeted high endemicity pockets are there. Therefore, on an average, India still is in low endemicity, 2 or less percent, but it is important that we do more work in this area. The vaccination coverage, the data in India has become available. The birth dosage 0 is sometimes lacking, it's not very high. But if you see from 2016 to 2019, the more than 80% of coverage for third dose of vaccine has become available. And I think it's a very encouraging sign. But birth dose, we need to pep up. Coming to Hep C, anti-HCV prevalence based on published data has ranged from 0.09 to 50%. 6 to 12 million chronic HCV have been reported to be infected, with 3 million to 9 million persons with active HCV infections, and it makes a significant chunk of our cirrhosis and liver cancer. Again, I go back to the fact sheet of 2021 based on National Family Health Survey. In India, the overall prevalence is thankfully just 0.32%. And different regions and groups have variations. This shows you that majority of India is 0 to 0.16%, all this green. There are pockets in Northeast where you will have a higher range of hepatitis C. The Hep C prevalence again was more common in men and scheduled tribe people. There was no difference based on wealth index. Complications of B and C. In this brief presentation, I'll try to highlight. This is one of our large reviews where, as you can see, hepatitis B still makes close to 40 to 50%. And this is based on data from 2015 to about 2018. And Hep C also contributes to development of cirrhosis. Nearly same data is also for liver cancer. We recently concluded a large 12-center study in India which was presented at ASLD, of 3,200 patients, which included liver cancer, cirrhosis with or HCC without cirrhosis. It is interesting to see that HBV HCV as attributable factor for cirrhosis make now less than what we thought. It's about 18% or so, and Hep C about 10%. What has emerged is now alcohol and Hep B. HCC due to Hep B and Hep C. Diabetes has emerged. That would be NAFLD, but still Hep B 30% and Hep C about 15% would make 45%. And these are preventable, treatable causes. So B and C as cause of HCC still is about 45%. This is very recent data. The rate of liver complications due to HBV, this data published in Gastro, April this year, shows compared to global, India has in 2017 a 14 age standardized incidence of liver complications. And the percentage change globally is in negative, but India is in positive. Now, age standardized death for liver complications also in India is still positive, while other areas is less. So overall, if you look at age standardized daily rate for liver complications, there is just marginal change over 10 years. We have to move forward. Furthermore, if you look at the number of age standardized daily rate for liver cancer, it has increased. All over the world, it has decreased, but India, it has increased. So we therefore need to work to reduce these death rates and new development of cancers. This data is not from India, but this is from all over the CRO region. And in this shows that harm reduction in the countries, if you look at, India has done well in needle stick coverage and all that, and also overall coverage of the harm reduction strategies, but still it is not enough. But compared to other countries, it is better. Now, these are very important slides to show you HBV treatment cost in our region. India has lowest cost for hepatitis B drug like tenofovir. If you look at the hepatitis C treatment cost, and if you look at SOF and DACLA, India is almost negligible when you look at the cost. And if you look at the SOF and WELL, still it is the lowest compared to any part in this region, and certainly much lower than the US. So this is an advantage because India has a huge generic drug production capacity. India started in 2018 based on ILBS recommendations and the Government of India's kind support, a national viral hepatitis control program to combat and go with the WHO's aims of HCV elimination by 2030, significant reduction in the infected population, morbidity and mortality with B and C like cirrhosis and HCC, and reduce the risk and morbidity and mortality of A and E as well. This is the basis of the viral hepatitis program at the national level. There is a technical group and there is a management unit. Then you go to the state. Every state has a state lab and model treatment centers are there. Then you go to the district level, and then you have sub-district where you have primary health centers and healthcare workers and others. Probably this is the largest program globally where you have free testing, including RNA and DNA for Hep B and C, and free drugs for B and C. But still there are challenges. The challenges include we do not reach out and people don't come out for screening. I'll summarize the policy initiatives India still needs: a birth dose, increased coverage, national anti-discrimination law against B and C. The moment you say this patient has B or C, and many people and agencies are trying to club hepatitis with HIV, it makes the people never to reach the centers. So we need a national anti-discrimination law. We also haven't started risk-based screening. Only those who come to hospitals and others are screened. So family members, healthcare workers, and MSM and IV drug and many other such risk groups must be screened. There is a need for improving blood-based procedures for not reusing the products and several other steps that are required. I would stress upon these four to achieve the target of 90% reduction of new chronic infections and reduction in mortality, to improve our vaccination, birth dose, peripartum antivirals, which is not recommended and should become a policy, and population-wide testing and treatment. Lastly, the public health approaches. We need a very strong health information system, which we are lacking. Efficient service delivery models to reach out to the last point. Adequately trained workforce in B&C. We conduct national large-scale training programs, but still we are far away. Uninterrupted access to medical products and technologies which are safe. Health financing, strong leadership, which we have, and governance, but need to pay more attention to B&C, health education. And of course, like this meeting, many more similar meetings or at a larger scale, global peer review of outcomes of our national viral hepatitis control program. So we have miles to go, we have intentions, we have commitment, but we have to show results. Thank you.